You're chanting the Haftorah tomorrow?
Trying it, yeah.
Oh, did you work with the cantor, or did you just?
She recorded it for me, and I've been listening to her nonstop. It's my bat mitzvah portion, but I realized it was a long time ago, how long ago it truly was.
All right. Oh, you had.
It was a while. It was really long. So I've been listening to her like in my car.
Your bat mitzvah was Shabbat of Hanukkah?
No, but mine, for some reason, mine's repeated.
Yeah.
17th
Okay.
must have also talked about
The same content.
temple.
Really?
Might be
Yeah.
a couple extra additions, but it's the same.
Well, that would make sense because, as Mark was saying, the second parsha Naso in Bamidbar, which could fall around June 17th, might be like, yeah, all right. So if I know Stan and Sheila, it's Saturday mornings, but Susan's chanting tomorrow. If you want to come back, very cool. Welcome to everybody. Is any people have joined us online, Lucas? A lot of people online. Shabbat shalom to everybody who's joined us online. We feel your warmth and your presence that has significantly expanded the minyan for tonight. Cantor Sarah's on vacation, and we will do this a cappella beginning on page 5. We'll do the first and the last stanza of Yedid Nefesh. Yedid Nefesh Avarachaman Meshoch Avdecha Eretz Zonecha Yarutz Avdecha Kemo Aya Yishtachave Emu Hadarecha Yerav Lo Yedidutecha Minofet Vechotam Higale Nafros Aviv Alai Et Sukat Shelomecha Ta'eret Mivodecha Nagila Venismecha Bach Mahehu Kivamoed Vechonenu Ki Meolam Tididai Yadididai Yadididai Well, I'll be honest with you, leading a cappella I kind of felt was like splashing mud on a white coat. You compare, as I thought about my tone and timbre compared to the cantor's voice, it makes me appreciate the sweetness and the purity of her voice. So we miss you, Cantor Sarah, if you've tuned in tonight. We eagerly await your return, and in your absence, we will add more heart to our own singing, if not voice. Page 7, come let us sing L'chuna Ranana. L'chuna Ranana L'Adonai Nari Aletzu Yishenu Nekadama Fana Betoda Bizmirod Nari Alo Kia Godorna Malakodor Kolahi Arba'im Shana Akud Bedor Va'omam Toele Vahafem Vehem Lo Yadu Derachai Asher Nishpati Ve'api Im Yavon Emanuchati, page 9. Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai Koha Aretz, Shiru Ladonai Baruchu Shemo, Basu Miyom Leyom Yeshuato, Sapru Vagoyin Kevodo Bechol Aminiv Lehotav, Ki Gadol Adonai, Umula Me'od, Nora'u, Ako Elohim, Ay, 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 Ki Kol Elohei Ha'amin Elohim, V'Adonai Shamayim Asa, Ovehada Lefanav, Ozvetiferet B'mikdasho, Avul Adonai Mishpachot Ami, Avul Adonai Kavod Va'oz, Avul Adonai Kevod Shemo, Seu Mincha, V'o lechatzrotav, ay, 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 Ishtachavu l'Adonai, Hinamim behem esharim, Nismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz, Yeramayim Umelo Ya'alo Sadak V'chol asher bo ay 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 Aziranenu kol hatzeyah Lifnei Adonai Kiva Lishpot haaretz Yishpot tever be'etzedek Ve'amin be'emunato yandai-di-dai-dai, yadai-di-di-dai, yadai-dai-dai-dai, yadai-dai-dai-dai, yadai-dai-dai, yandai-na-na-na-na-na. Well, in honor of Gloria Sachs, who's probably not on tonight, but we are thinking of you constantly, and we'll say the purple prayer on page 12, I need your strength and your wisdom. Great spirits whose voice I hear in the words and whose breath gives life to all the worlds, hear me. I am small and weak. I need your strength and your wisdom. Make my hands respect things you have made and my ears sharp to hear your voice. Let me learn the lessons you have hidden in every leaf and rock. Make me always ready to come to you with clean hands and straight eyes. Page 13. Mizmor shir l'Adonai shir chadash, ki niflaot asa, Hoshia lo yemino, uzeru akodsho, ay ay ay, hodia Adonai Yeshuato, le'enei hagoyim gilat tzidkato, zachar chasto ve'emunato, levet Yisrael, ra'u kol ha'se'aretz, et Yeshuat Eloheinu, הריעו לאדוני כל הארץ, פתחו ורננו וזמרו, זמרו לאדוני בכינור, בכינור וכל זמרה, בחצוצות וקול שופר, להריעו לפני המלך אדוני, ירם הים ומלואו, תבל ויושבבה, נהרות ימהרו כף, יחד הרים ירננו, לפני אדוני קיווה, לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, בעמים במשרים, ינאי לה 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 נה 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 נה, ינאי נה 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 נה, ינאי נה 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 נה, ינאי נה 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 נה, יא די די די, הלא לה 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 לה, הלא לה 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 לה, la 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 la, la 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 la. Well, they should be able to. They couldn't for a verse in the previous psalm as I changed my battery. Please go check with Lucas to see that we have solved the problem. It did go to a red light, and that was indicating that the battery wasn't working. And so I apologize to those online. I would love to hear confirmation from that we're online. While that's waiting, I think I've said this before, but I can say it again. I forget the scholar who I read, but the question of whether or not Rashi in the 11th century in France knew Latin is of interest to scholars as an expression of the, I guess, participation in the larger society. There were already the beginning of some debates between Jews and Christians, and one of the pieces of evidence to suggest that Rashi did know Latin is that Jerome writes a Latin commentary and includes a commentary on Psalms. And there's a lot of allusion in the Psalms to inanimate objects being animate. So the second to last verse here, let the rivers applaud in exultation, happens to be the one place that Jerome comments on that and basically said there's no way that rivers can applaud. And that also happens to be the place where Rashi addresses the very same topic and said, of course it's meant as a metaphor, and to obviously to show nature's own way of connecting to the divine. And so this scholar was suggesting that could be evidence of Rashi's either knowledge of Latin or his awareness of Jerome's commentary, because that's the one place that Jerome had commentated, and so too Rashi. I am still hoping that we are. Is it working?
He said we should be all fixed. I missed him when I went out. He went back and I went in, so we should be good.
Did you talk to Lucas or somebody online?
I spoke to Lucas.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad that that everybody at home is connected and listening. Yeah.
12 people online, apparently.
Whoa. Well, we better make sure that they can hear, because that's our minion. Let's see. What's that? It'd be even worse. It's certainly a terrible. they might zoom out if they can't hear. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Page 19. Ana bechoach gedulat yamincha tati terura. Ana bechoach gedulat yamincha tati terura. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la. Ana bechoach gedulat yamincha tati terura. Ana bechoach gedulat yamincha tati terura. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Ya 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 da 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 da. Chadod D is on page 20. Tiddy di di di, tiddy di di di, tiddy di 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 di, tiddy di 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 di. La 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 la, la 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 la, lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekavela, shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, hishmiyanu el meyucha, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, L'shem u'tiferet letila, lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekavela, likat Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki mekor haveracha, mirosh mikedem nesucha, סוף מעשה במחשבת תחילה, lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela, מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, קומי צאי מתוך האפך, רב לך שבט בעמך בכה, בחוי יחמול עלייך חמלה, lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela, התנערי מאף הקומי, לשבידי תפתח עמי, היה בן ישי בית הלחמי, כובע הנשי גלה, lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela, התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באור קומי אורי, אורי אורי שדברי, Kavod Adonai aleich nigla lecha dodi likat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela. I lose track of the verses. I think we're on verse 6. Okay. We're on verse 6. Lo tevoshi velo tikami ma tishtochahi umatemi bach yechesu ani yami venivneta ihiratila ayalecha dodi ayali katkala ayapene Shabbat nekabela V'hayu l'shimsa shohosai v'rachaku kol mehev alaihi yasis alaihi Eloai kinsos chatan hakala ayalecha dodi ayali katkala ayapene Shabbat nekabela Yaminus motiv roti vehet Adonai tariti ayarish bempati denis mecha venagila ayalecha dodi ayali katkala ayapene Shabbat nekabela Bohi v'shalom atere palagam b'simcha u'hosohala toch emune aham segula bohi chala ayalecha dodi ayali katkala ayapene Shabbat nekabela la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. To conclude Kabbalat Shabbat, let us sing Sadiq Katamar, the concluding verses from Psalm 92 in our Friday night book, page 23 at the black arrow. Sadiq Katamar Yifra Ke'erez Valavanon Shetulim mevet Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yavrichu or yenuvum beseva deshenim verananim Yeo lehagid ki yashar Adonai tzuri velo avlatabo. Remember those who've passed in the past 30 days. Charlotte Davis, sister-in-law of Andrew Leader Kramer, Nanette Scheibel, the sister of Herb Miller, Rachel Roditi, mother of Moshe Roditi, Michael Bazin, the brother-in-law of Carl and Sandy Schott, Lois and Bobby Kaplan. We note the yortzites that fall out tonight of Peter McDonough, brother-in-law of Susan Goldberg, Albert Scheinkoff, father of Merrill Scheinkoff, Samuel Shinoff, the grandfather of Michaela Levine, Libby Schulman, the sister-in-law of Elaine Sevenor and aunt of Rhonda Freeman. Celia Simon, mother of Sandy Spector, Milton Vinnick, father-in-law of Barbara Vinnick, Marilyn Moore, Samuel Pinolonis, Howard Lewis Thaw. Tonight and tomorrow, remember the yortsites of Eugene Denbo, brother of Sam Denbo, Judith Fishman, mother of Joan Rosenthal, Norman Golko, brother of Paul Golko, and Lillian Taukov, the mother of Jane Alexander. Are there any other yortsites being observed tonight? May the memories of your loved ones be a blessing for all those in mourning or observing a yortzeit. We rise and join in the Kaddish, page 27. Together. Yitzgadal v'yitzgadash shemerabah. Be'alma divrach chirutei v'amlich malchutei. B'chayichon uvyomechon uv'chayet duchol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach leolam olomei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudusha b'richu. Le'ela min kol bechata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav uyaseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Recently, I was talking with a friend who is in a management position, and in that position, this person handles logistics and operations that involve junior employees, and oftentimes there's, whether they're going out to dinner or their hotel arrangements for the travel, taking them maybe to a Celtics game or something. And from time to time, they don't receive the right service. Recently, one of his employees was checked out of a room, and there was no rooms left to check into, and it was a problem. And he said, increasingly, when I address these issues, I'm very conscious that my last name sounds very Jewish. And I increasingly get concerned that they will dismiss the righteousness of my complaint by labeling me a pushy Jew, so to speak. And so, these type of things can lead us to question how, our identity and how we're being perceived. And then I read this comment and I think about Hanukkah. And so it was just so interesting to read the bartender, or the master of the Pharaoh's drink master, spoke to Pharaoh saying, "I recall my sin this day. Pharaoh, remember in the past, Pharaoh, Pharaoh had been angry at his servant and had placed me into the prison, and along with the baker. And the baker and I, we dreamed a dream in the same night, and nobody could interpret the dream. And there was a Nar Ivri, a Hebrew lad, Eved, who was a servant to the butcher. And he told us that he could interpret the dream for us, each dream according to its resolution." And so the author, whose name I mispronounce, picks up on this phrase, "V'sham itanu na'ar ivri," and there with us was a Hebrew lad. And he lifts this notion up that Gam b'tanaim hakashim, even in these difficult circumstances in which Joseph found himself, under these trials and tribulations, he didn't conceal his Jewishness. B'beit ha'avadim be'eretz nochriah, in this house of captivity in a foreign land, in the prison, amongst the criminals and the wayward people, he told everyone, "Ivri anochi, I am a Hebrew. Ganavti me'eretz ha'ivrim. I was stolen from the land of the Hebrews," right? He was captured. And so he really lifts up this idea that in this foreign land in which he finds himself, Joseph would acknowledge and not hide his Jewishness. And I think that perhaps the comment is influenced by the season being one of Hanukkah, and that one element of the Hanukkah story is the Maccabees standing up for the right to practice Judaism, which was punishable by death because of the king's decrees. And so while I would never recommend any of us risking our lives to affirm our Jewishness. The idea of being able to do so publicly and freely, our hope is that the society allows and encourages it, that we could stand up as we could be publicly Jewish in the fullness of our character. Let us continue with the Baruch. Page 30. Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam va'ed. Page 31. Baruch et Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidbarav. U'ma'avir yom u'mavir laila. U'ma'adu ben yom u'ben laila Adonai tzavot shemo. Achai v'kayam tamid v'yochalelu le'elam va'ed. Baruch et Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. 33. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael ha'macha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta. Haken Adonai Eloheinu b'shochvenu u'kumenu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei toratecha uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki hem chayenu ve'orech yamenu ve'orech yamenu uvahem negei yomam v'layla yomam v'layla va'avetecha al tasim mimenu le'olami Baruch et Adonai ohev amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha V'chol levavecha V'chol nafshecha V'chol me'odecha V'hayu hadivarim ha'ele Asher anochi mitzavecha Hayom al levavecha V'shinatam levanecha V'dibarta bam V'shettecha v'veitecha U'lechtecha v'derech U'shochbecha uv'kumecha U'kshatam le'ot ayedecha V'a'ilat atafa b'einecha U'chavtam al mezuzot beitecha U'visharecha V'haya im shemot yishma'u zot Hashem ki Adonai Elohechem Emet. 43. We'll try to sing the cantor's version. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi chamocha neda b'kodesh. Nora tilot rahuva hanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe zeli anu ve'ameru Adonai yimloch leholam va'el Adonai yimloch leolam va'el v'ne'emai kifada Adonai et Yaakov ugealo miyad hazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. 46, the Hashkivenu in English. Help us to lie down in peace, Adonai, and let us rise again, our sovereign, to life. May we always be guided by your good counsel and spread over us the shelter of your peace. Shield us, we pray, against our foes, against plague, destruction, and sorrow. Strengthen us against the evil forces which abound on every side. May we always sense your care, for you are our merciful sovereign. Guard us always and everywhere. Bless us with life and peace. Blessed are you, compassionate one, whose love is always with us, who shelters your people Israel and protects Jerusalem in love. Let us rise and we'll join together in the Amidah, page 50 through 56. Not have the special edition for Hanukkah, so I'm going to read it aloud. If you want to follow along, it's in the blue prayer book, and it's going to be on page 37. If you've been participating in any of the other minyanim this week, this would be the same prayer that is added on the weekdays to the Amidah. And one thing I'll point out is that its location makes sense in that there's a basic idea that you can't alter the Amidah, that the Amidah prayer is so ancient that it shouldn't be changed. Obviously, we've made some additions. We included the matriarchs. That was a change that we felt was makeable. But when you do make a change, the idea is to insert something somewhere. So the matrix are an addition of a line. And so too with the addition of the Hanukkah prayer, it occurs and it should be added to a blessing which is thematically similar. So the Hanukkah addition to the Amidah is embedded within the Modim prayer, which is translated, we proclaim that you, but Modim means like to be thankful, to be grateful. So other times we'll translate Modim Anachnu as we are grateful to you, or we are thankful to you. And so this Hanukkah prayer is a prayer of thanksgiving, right? It begins with, we thank you for. So, an appropriate place for a prayer of gratitude. We thank you for the miraculous deliverance, for the heroism and for the triumphs of our ancestors from ancient days until our time. In the days of Mattathias, son of Yochanan, the heroic Hasmonean Kohen, and in the days of his sons, a cruel power rose against your people Israel, demanding that they abandon your Torah and violate your mitzvot. You in great mercy stood by your people in time of trouble. You defended them, you vindicated them, and avenged their wrongs. You delivered the strong into the hands of the weak, the many into the hands of the few, the corrupt into the hands of the pure in heart, the guilty into the hands of the innocent. You delivered the arrogant into the hands of those who are faithful to your Torah. You have revealed your glory and your holiness to all the world, achieving great victories and miraculous deliverance for your people Israel to this day. Then your children came into your shrine, cleansed your temple, purified your sanctuary, and kindled lights in your sacred courts. They set aside these 8 days as a season for giving thanks and chanting praises to you. We'll return to the regular Friday night prayer book, and we'll rise for Aleinu on page 65. It's on page 54? Well, I didn't see it. There it is. I looked on 53 and I saw the Rosh Chodesh, and I stand corrected, everybody. Let me just admit I was wrong. Thank you, Stan, for pointing out that that very same prayer was in our book on page 54. That is so appreciated. I make mistakes all the time. I don't know. Maybe I have to focus a little bit more. I don't know. Okay, Aleinu, yes, 65. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol latet gudula liyotzeh b'reshit shelo asanu k'goyei ha'aratzot velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem וגורלנו כחומונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ ומשה ויקרא בשמיים עמהו ושכינת זו בגובה מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו כך כתוב בתורתו וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים עמהו ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. Invite those who are in mourning observing the Yortzeit to remain standing for the Kaddish on 68. Together, Yitzgadal v'yitkadash Shemech Haba. Be'alma divrach chirutei ve'amlich malchutei. B'chayichon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבא מבורך לעולם עולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא. ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו amen. We'll conclude with Yigdal on page 69. יגדל אלוהים חי וישתבח, נמצא ואין אתר מציאותו, אחד ואין יחיד כייחודו, לעולם בגן אין סוף לאחדותו, אין לו דמות הגוף ואינו גוף, לא נערוך אלא קדושתו, קדמון לכל דבר שנברא, ראשון ואין ראשית לראשיתו, הינו אדון עולם לכל נוצה, ירא גדולתו ומלכותו, שפע נבואתו נתנו, אל אנשי סגולתו ותפארתו, לא קם בישראל כמו שעוד נביא ומביט את אמונתו, תורת אמת נתן לעמואל, היד נביאו נאמן ביתו, לא יחל יפאר ולא מידתו, לעולמים לזולתו, צופה ויודע סתרנו, מביט לסוף דבר בקדמתו, גומר לאיש חסד כמפעלו, נותן לרשע רק כרישתו, ישלח כקץ ימים משיחנו, לפתות מחקקץ ישועתו, מתים יחייאל ברוך חסדו, ברוך דעת שם תהילתו, מתים יחייאל ברוך חסדו, ברוך דעת שם תהילתו. Shabbat Shalom for Kish.